Hey you! Have you ever wanted to watch a summary of a game story, but wished it was more exciting, instead of a 40-minute monotone expose?
Diablo was born in a small town in Austria in 1889.
Well, I have some news for you. I'm gonna recap Diablo 4's story, but here's the catch! I barely paid attention! So buckle your seatbelts, this is gonna be a wild ride! This is Diablo 4, Act 1! You start out the story as a wanderer. I think like 50 years after Diablo 3 or something, but I didn't really pay attention to Diablo 3 either, because, you know, that game never happened in my head. Diablo 3 never existed. The story never happened. Diablo 3 was a fever dream in Deckard Cain's brain while he was dying in hospice. Anyways, your horse gets slaughtered, and you find a refuge in a cave. But not for long! The nightmares of Sanctuary stalk you while you sleep, in the shape of a wolf, which looks like it lost a fight against a semi-truck at 95 miles per hour, only to get its face chewed off by some guy high on bath salts in Miami Beach. Once you get away from that nightmare, you wander into a strange village where something sinister definitely isn't going on here.
Ah! He bit me!
After discovering a polyamorous couple in the shed, you're informed that there's an ancient evil to the north, and it's your job to go kill it! Go figure. You enter the evil place, beeline it to the bottom, find a decapitated priest and demonic finger painting. Something sinister is definitely going on here. And fight baby's first demon boss fight. Cool! After that nonsense is over, you go to turn in the quest to Vonnie Minifan. But oh no, they don't have any money to give you. So instead of paying you, they roofie the heck out of you and try to eat you. Wow, I really don't get polyamorous couples at all. Trying to eat you is a perfectly sane response to not being able to pay me. So Dude Man force feeds you the blood of Lilith before he plans to eat you, but not before one of their husbandos from before, you know, the one who bit the other one in the shed, straight up murders him and wakes you up. Well, time to commit genocide. So you murder the town! Yay! After you let out your pent-up frustration, the bitey dude from before, Yosef, tells you he's a man of faith, and these nut jobs poisoned him, and they could be probably hiding something in the church they kept locked from him. I bet it's something sinister. Oh my god, it is! There's some of that trash you were force-fed, and it's on the floor! Let's do what any reasonable maniac subjected to the past events would do, and lick it up from the floor! Uh-oh, I don't feel so good. Would you look at that? Since we have the blood of Lilith in our system, we can see visions of where Lilith has been. And oh my god, she's been here, at this very place! Now, spoiler alert, if you don't know who or what Lilith is by now, well, here's the big reveal. Here she is, the villain for Diablo 4. Totally made to be only the Diablo 4 villain and nothing else. Not at all to be a hyper-sexualized idol for 90% of Redditors, or referred to as Dommy Mommy, or be made into body pillows for degenerates. Yeah, only a villain. You know, where's equal representation in video games, by the way? Diablo 5 needs to bring Diablo back, but give him like a six-pack and chiseled pecs. Oh, and make him flex constantly in every cutscene like some Chad. So yeah, Lilith awoke this village, and she and her bald white magic man have more sinister plans for the Sanctuary. After your Joe Rogan experience with Lilith DMT is over, you wake up outside Yosef's feet. Man, this dude is on my top friends list. He commits several homicides, then torches a church. But we obviously ignore all that and inform him of our vision of Lilith, to which he responds with, "That's not my problem. Go find this reclusive hermit dude and tell him your problems. Also, meet me at another church later. We're not going to burn it down, I promise." So you go north, find the hermit, break into his home, and he comes home as you're rifling through his trash, to which he responds with, "Hey, eat food with me. I'm totally not going to drug you like those other people. Also, my name is Lorath, and I'm your drunk narrator uncle for the rest of the story." Wow, everyone here is so sensible and sane. With food, Lilith's blood, no drugs, murder, and probably a lot of questions all in your belly, you and your drunk uncle head to the nearby city to warn the church of the coming of Lilith. But the impending end of Sanctuary isn't enough to let us through. We have to perform a ritual for the gatekeepers. Draw dick, don't draw dick, don't draw dick, don't draw... Fuck! And they let you in. Suckers! We find our Drunkle sizing up a horse. We buy back some of his trash he pawned off for booze and blow. And learn he's from the Order of the Haradrim, the group of magi and wizards tasked with perpetually protecting Sanctuary. Looks like Dude Man didn't do a good enough job though. Whoopsies! So Drunkle heads off to the desert in search for the pasty bald magic man we saw in our vision. But we have our own mission to find Lilith. So we meet up with Joseph, warn the Catholic Church about what we saw, then head south to investigate a possible cosplay sighting of a demon lady down in Christ, this place. We meet Captain Ankles, who tells us his best friend Vigo may know some stuff, and also there's a kid involved who's been bothering him, so Ankles dispatches us to the mines to investigate. We meet up with Vigo, learn absolutely nothing of interest, other than this little girl Narelle saw Lilith. Vigo let her and Narelle's mom through for the valuable bribe of some crappy bracelet. Way to do your job guarding this mine shaft and letting no one through. I sure hope you don't die later in a really dumb but kinda cool way. Spoiler alert, he does. So you head into the mine with Virgo and Nernroot, kill some demons, and find your way to some underground ruins, where Nernroot tells us that the statue right there is definitely who she saw with her mom. Whoa, so wait, back up. Vigo let this woman with horns and crap down into the mines because Nernroot's mom bribed him with a candy bracelet. Really, dude? Guard of the Year, give this man a trophy! After you fix the elevator, you discover the guard escort that was sent with Lilith and this girl's mom, that Vigo sent. And spoiler alert, they're all dead! Except this guy, who has some unnaturally long expose about nonsense. But I didn't listen. I just tried to corpse explode him the entire time. Come on. Come on. Come on! But apparently I'm not allowed to have fun. I'm not allowed to corpse explode story corpses. Everything else I can do, but I can't do this. Thanks, Blizzard! Your next steps take you through a gauntlet of ruins, where you learn that Lilith is grooming this girl's mom. And some way, somehow, Lilith and the angel Inarius had a kid! How the heck does a being of light and a BlizzCon cosplayer bump uglies? Is it like Avatar, where they like stick their tails together or something? I don't know, I barely watched that movie too. Anyway, Lilith is trying to get Rathma, her son, and she's using Nernroot's mom to perform the ritual. So it's time for us to kick in the door and crash this party! But oh no, Nernroot's mom is now crazy nutso. Not like she wasn't before, for ditching her daughter to hang out with some 5,000-year-old seductress. But this just solidifies Mom of the Year award. Another trophy! So you do what any sensible wanderer would do and slaughter this poor innocent girl's mom. But don't worry, not Leia processes this like any child would, and says she wants to pursue Lilith and get revenge. Yeah, some child, with little to no experience in the arts of demons, is suddenly going to be able to be the hero. Anyways, as part of her grieving process, she runs away to the misty forest to find a Haradric vault that her mother has been searching for as her life's work. But oh no, we're lost! Whoever will save us? Oh hey, Paw Patrol. Seems like we've got friends on the other side. So Roadkill here portals us out of this foggy maze and into a hellish reminder of Tristram, where he tells us he's the one who saved us in the cave, and that the Haradrim are big dumb and don't rely on them. And that's really it. Roadkill sends us back into the forest where we find Nailrail and dispel the illusion, revealing the Haradric vault only 50 feet above this path. Wow, these people searched their whole life for this, and it's right here. I found this in a few minutes. Give me a trophy! Now here we are inside the vault searching for knowledge, and lo and behold, we find the Herald of Lilith, named after the sound I made when I choke on my own saliva, guarding a Haradric diary detailing dangerous spells of Rathma. And just like any sane person, we give the book of immeasurable power to this little girl who's already suffered enough trauma. She definitely won't do anything sinister with this. You know, like raising her mother's corpse through what could be the most painful experience both physically and spiritually for anyone to endure. Totally won't do that. Anyways, while she prepares the spell down there, we head back to the Catholic Church and search for their blessing. You see, apparently we need a divine element to cross through. So we ask the church for their blessing, but Princess Prava is not in this castle, and Yosef, the guy who torched that church from before, tells you to go east to find Prava. You meet up with Vigo, who tells you he confessed his sins to Prava. Prava tells you that you need to cleanse your spirit to get the blessing, and perform a pilgrimage to visit Papa Narius. So you do the pilgrimage, bear your sins on your back. I have none, spoiler alert. I did nothing wrong. That church spontaneously combusted, it wasn't me. Meet up with Vigo, who beats himself up over gambling. Then climb an insane amount of stairs to Anarius' treehouse. But Anarius, in Anarius fashion, is a complete loser and makes this all about himself.
If I've learned anything during my time here.
And refuses to bless you. So we head back. Tell Provolone that Anarius was a self-centered jerk, and seeing that Anarius didn't obliterate us on the spot, she blesses us herself. You know, I'm getting to think that, like, Lilith isn't the real enemy here. If the Catholic Church is totally okay with their big head honcho maiming and disintegrating people who come just for an audience, I'm worried about who is really behind the curtain. So back in the mines to meet up with Nene, where she brings her mother back from the dead in what looks like an extremely painful process that she is suddenly an expert at, who tells her not to do this and to move on without her. But before she does, she finishes the ritual with your divine blood and dies in her child's arms. This won't cause any everlasting trauma for the girl. So into the city we go to find Lilith and Rathma. But it looks like we're too late, as this place looks gross as hell, literally, and we're greeted with images of Rathma telling us someone was here before even the Lilith arrived. Spoiler alert, it was Anarius. He came to visit his son! What a good dad. And there's also some prophecy Rathma had, but I couldn't hear it over the combat going on 2 feet from his friggin' image. And also, there we see an image of Father of the Year reprimanding his child.
Give me the key to hell. Also, I'm taking your door off the hinges and you're not allowed out past 8.
You're not my real dad!
And onwards we go deeper in to find Rathma, but oh no! A gross bloody demon is here to block our path. I sure hope... Wait, what's that? Up in the sky! Oh my god, it's Robot Jesus with a metal chair! He's going ham! He's unstoppable! He's unbeatable! He's... Vigo, what the heck? Well, looks like our Guard of the Year got punished by being thrown into a 5-ton spiked dreadnought to be tortured until the last of his spirit drains away with his blood. Oh well, bye Vigo. And we continue on. Listen to Papa Anarius scold Rathma.
Give me the key, you little shit.
Make me! Spoiler alert, he makes him. And we find Rathma skewered like a kebab by his daddy, Father of the Year. But so does Lilith, who now graduates from Mother of the Year to pissed off Mama Bear with boiling blood and removes the key to hell from Rathma's staff. You know, 2 things here. 1, Anarius killed Rathma and then just left without the key, but Lilith could find it in less than 30 seconds. And 2, Rathma is the first necromancer. How can he just straight up die like that? But there's other necromancers in the story later who don't die unless you burn their phylactery. Anyways, with total annihilation on her mind, Lilith plans to open up the doors of hell. And I guess it's our job to stop it. But not before we tell Narnia that the Catholic Church essentially tortured and executed Vigo. But here's her mom's bracelet, so everything's okay. Also, Anarius killed Rathma and Lilith has the key to hell. But don't worry, I'm sure we'll stop her before she does anything super friggin' crazy. And that's it for Act 1! Wow! Remember, if you like this video, subscribe, like, share, and show your love any way you can. I look forward to providing you all with meaningless entertainment for years to come. Also, I'm losing my voice while I'm recording this. Neat!